The Harley Quinn Jeep. That's basically what this is.
One of every color.
Yeah, seriously, every color. The original color's here. I don't have my rear bumper on.
Nice little mix up of duct tape right here.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna do front brakes on this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, see this one's all seized up. Oh yeah. So that caliper's definitely seized. You see all the sparklies. Yeah. These wheel hubs are fine, but yeah. So the reason I'm replacing the wheel hubs is because in 1999 they used two different style hubs, and because I use junkyard parts, I got I don't know which one's what, but this hub comes out further, but this hub is further in. And so I got a short rotor on this side and a long rotor on that side, so it's all mismatched. And on top of that, this caliper decided to seize on me, so this one's all stuck. And so I just got 2001 hubs, 2001 brake rotors to just make it all sorted out, because it's just a complete disaster. As you see, I've just been using junkyard parts. I'm finally going to actually get the right stuff and disassemble it. Alright, you're going to want a breaker bar and, for my Jeep at least, a 1/2 socket. But these are all very inconsistent with their sizes. So we're going to start with that. And this guy. And usually you could do that by hand, but this one's all seized up, so you pry from the top, it'll pivot just like so. You can hang bracket there, you'll be good to go. And the rotor. Oh yeah. This hub's been fine, but you know. So now we'll be working on getting that center nut out. You'll have to buy a 36mm socket for that axle nut. And you want these needle nose pliers for this center cotter pin.
I got 49 cents for you on your desk. So $499.51 left.
This can be difficult. And problematic. There. And then this retainer thing. And you'll have one of these guys too. And then that nut, like I said, 36 millimeter for at least a 99. It's close enough. I mean, pretty sure that's what it was. Or what was in stock at the time. Blaster, huh? Should have done this ahead of time. You can also use a breaker bar while the wheel's on and take off your center cap. There it goes. Got it. 325 foot-pounds. Finally got it.
325 foot-pounds.
I know. That's why I was surprised it took so much to get that off.
Damn.
No.
All I gotta do, pop off that hub.
There's 3 bolts in each corner still, but I got the center axle hub, which I actually rarely was able to get these off.
Gotcha. You just sprayed some WD on there, correct?
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty easy.
I ordered a new set of these too, so I'm not gonna have to deal with that anymore.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's the main attraction right there. You know, that allows you to, you know, pull the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that as far as it goes?
That's as far as it goes.
Alright, wow, this is a very crusty knuckle.
I should replace that too.
No.
But no,
It's got the long studs on it.
Nice. But dude, they have the whole jack kit in the back, underneath the seat. The whole thing. Original.
What?
The jack?
Oh, they do?
The whole thing.
Well, I'm surprised. For a beater Jeep, it actually has all that on it. So these three threads, they expose themselves, which is good for this stuff because it gets right in there.
Nice.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna get back to this.
Bet you should probably check the car factor.
And then you could turn the U-joints kind of in a position where you can get to that bolt right there. Yourself a 13 millimeter 12 point socket. Fits right there. And I got myself sacrificial set of these exact bolts. You'll see why. You're gonna need a 1/2 inch drive on that. I got myself the 1/2 inch drive. It fits. Make sure it's not loose, huh? Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a breaker bar. Yeah, it's no longer a suggestion. Definitely get it. Not a suggestion. Get a 1/2 inch drive. You'll save yourself. Oh yeah. Mine came loose. Don't know why. Same with this one. There. And then the other one, you'll want to turn the wheel to get to it. Same concept. This one you're going to be going up. Now it's ready to be promoted to the ratcheting. And now in this example, you're going to want to take out the nut, or you're going to want to take out the bolts. Because if you leave your normal ones in and do what I'm about to do, you're going to destroy them. Because trust me, these will be rusted on pretty bad. So get them all the way out. Alright, and see, you can't just pull the hub off, okay? You could try to pry it off, but you're not gonna get very far doing just that. See, nothing special. Yeah, if you don't care about the hub, you can just hammer it off, which I might actually do. Or if it's really stuck on there, you get the sacrificial set of bolts and you put those in, and then you hammer it. Get your U-joint out of the way. See, it starts to push that out, and you disperse your weight out here, and you hit that other one. See, it's pushing the hub out. You don't want to hit it too hard. See, it's gotten itself stuck. And because it's all mushroomed, you can't get onto it with a wrench very easily because it's a sacrificial bolt. So try not to go too hard on it. There, loosen it up, just like so. And you can see, I would, if you wanted to save the hub or not damage it, you would go back and forth on each bolt, but because I don't care that much, I'm going to just finish it off with hammering. You can see where the wrong brake rotor scraped onto the actual knuckle because I was using the wrong rotor on the wrong hub. That's why I just ordered 2001 brakes and hubs, because I don't want to deal with this 1999
BS
weirdness transformation nonsense. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully that doesn't affect it too much. Get all that rust off. Ideally, while I'm here, I should like spray paint it with like the rust converter, but Alright, the new wheel hub. Actually, before I do that, definitely want to clean up the axle shaft a little bit. Probably just like the brakes on it. Yeah. Yeah, as clean as it can be for what it is. The brass wire brush, you just go forward on it. Yeah, I am. Why?
Just making sure, because I might want to see this.
Yeah, I'm recording. But I guess I have to do a voiceover now. Because it's fine. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll just post it as is. I don't really care. It's like I feel self-conscious, but then I realize like you're not going to be the only audience.
Right.
Da-da-da. Alright. Now, see, the debatable thing is some people put grease on here. Like, I can't quite decide. I'm going to put some grease on here.
Just a little
Sil Glide.
Glide brake grease?
Yeah, brake grease. You can use that for all sorts of stuff. So I just kind of put some of that on that part, because it'll also prevent it from rust seizing to the axle shaft.
Right.
And then this, you don't have to spray it with brake clean. You don't want to. You're going to want to keep it all with its protective grease. And you kind of shimmy that on there. And that fits really nice and smooth. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
nice and new. And I bought myself a new set of bolts. These are a 6-point, so it's probably better that way instead of these old nonsense. You can see these are actually longer too, and a little bit better thread. Yeah, and then this one had anti-seize on it. Probably would be a better bet to do anti-seize, but at the same time, Silk Glide's the same concept.
Same concept.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do some anti-seize. Get some of that anti-seize, not on the threads though, just because this is a coated bolt. It looks like. You want to turn the steering wheel to the right?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Key in or out?
I think the key's in it still. So.
Yeah, we haven't even touched it.
Thank you. Yep, keep going. Perfect. Alright. Now I can put that in there. Get that started. Oh yeah, that fits perfect.
Kind of blocking the camera.
Oh, shoot. No, thanks for letting me know. It's because before I had the phone flip the other way, I wasn't used to it that way. Gosh, look at how close that gets to the...
That's pretty close. It's a little scary.
Yeah, that is a little scary, actually. It's probably because these are like aftermarket bolts from Rock Auto. Because the previous bolts that I would be using are... oh my gosh, that is so close. That's terrifying.
Well, yeah, it doesn't interfere with anything.
It shouldn't.
It's like millimeters off.
If that starts interfering, that means I've got a failed wheel hub, you know what I'm saying? If the wheel hub gets any play in it, scrape, 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 and I'll know to replace it. So, yeah, I don't know why that's like that, but it's it's close, but it's not touching, so. You want to turn the wheel the other way now? I must show the spec. So, let's see here. For the hub. Here we go. So Protoman's not very straightforward. It's called hub bolt. It's going to be 75 foot-pounds. Yep, that's about right.
Have fun.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because there's 3 bolts, so they didn't say hub bolts, they say hub bolt, but that's basically what that is the hub bolt.
Worst comes to worst.
Does that 25? Nice. All right. Yeah, the 3/8 is a little bit easier because I don't have to get up and get my half in. Yep. You got it too. Yep, 75. It goes up to 80, so that's the one away from the maximum rated capacity.
Worst comes to worst, I can fork. Alright, bad.
Yep. All right, you want to turn the wheel the other way, please?
Yeah, I want to see how bad this is.
How bad what is?
Like, try tidying that to... So we'll leave one for me to try. That's max.
Sure. I'll get the top one for you. My arm's blocking it.
Yeah. You're gonna hurt yourself.
There. All right.
It stops every 10 minutes from the looks of it. I seen that.
Do Androids do that?
No, not the newest ones. Unless you have a timer on it. Here.
Yeah.
It stops every 10 minutes from the looks of it. I seen that.
Do Androids do that?
No, not the newest ones. Unless you have a timer on it. Here.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm gonna do the axle nut. I'm not gonna torque it yet, but I'm gonna put it on.
All right.
Cause that's the sucky part is I gotta take off my center caps on my wheel, so cause you gotta torque that while the Jeep's on the ground.
Oh no.
So that'll be fun. These, a set of new bolts, a new cotter pin, the new locator thing, and the washer, and the nut, which looks like it's coated, so it doesn't rust as easily, I hope. And that goes on first, and then the nut, you can see the that part faces out, the flat faces in. And that should thread on. And I'm just gonna gently ugga-dugga it. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna, just like that, just so it's on there. Even though I'm pretty sure these hubs don't solely rely off of this nut. They might though, so I'm just gonna give it a little, just a little. There's no way that was, yeah, there's no way that was the maximum torque spec.
No.
But
It's snug.
that would be axle nut, 175 foot-pounds, if that'll focus. There, 175 foot-pounds. Okay, now how do you turn off AFE lock?
It'll come up on there.
Alright, so that will do after. Alright, well, I got the coated rotors, but they just look like they got rattle canned, because, like, look at that. It's just this thick layer of dripping rust preventative paint. So that's fun.
I think it's just like a Ray Besto stain.
Yeah, it's a very weird thing. So I prepped it, I did this, I sprayed it and everything, but it doesn't feel right because it's just spray paint. That's what it seems like. It doesn't interfere, so that's good. So these lug studs are very long. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put this here to hold it. Oh wait, I can. Oh, good. Yeah, you can't do that on Subarus usually. They max out, but
Yeah, because there's like a smaller one, aren't
they use tiny lug nuts. Yeah. Okay, that's much better. All right, so yeah, it's actually it's a 9/16.
Ah, the Jeep.
Yeah, I always ended up using the wrong stuff, but whatever. Oh yeah. Gosh, banjo bolts. Ideally, you would want to do this while the caliper's still on the Jeep, but whatever. Don't do this. Please don't. Not a good idea. Oh gosh. Got it. Brake fluid. Nice and new. So these apparently do come with new hardware. I thought I would have to put all that on myself, but it comes with new bolts as well, which is good to see. Although these bolts do not look as trustworthy, but whatever, I'm going to use them. Wait, does that mean they grease these too, or no?
Should be.
They don't feel greased. Look at that, you can barely...
No grease?
Maybe they are, they just haven't moved them. They're pretty frozen up a little bit.
Either or.
Hey, the AFE lock is stuck on. Yeah, there. I can't really tell if they've greased them. I think they did.
I mean, a little extra wouldn't help, right?
Well, these are a nightmare to grease. Don't come pre-greased, you gotta do it yourself. Yeah. Because that was just like surface grease that they had on there. Only problem with these is it's very hard to do this because when you go to install the slide pin, it just pushes the grease right off. So it's rather frustrating.
Right.
Sometimes it's better, I guess, to grease the inside instead of the actual slide pin itself. Because see, watch, when I go to put it on, it just slides that grease right off. And then you ask yourself, what was the point?
Did you feel a difference?
Well, I'm used to the worn out ones, so I don't know. I mean, they're pretty, they seem to be moving a little bit better, but no way to know for sure.
Worn out's probably gonna be softer since it's gonna have a
Actually, it is better. Yeah,
looser tolerance.
it's much better. See, you can move it a lot better now. This one's all slow and sad. So to get these out, you just push them and they pop out, and then you just. They're very hard to get out though, especially the new ones. But
I'd be afraid of tearing the boot, to be honest.
there, yeah. See, dry, bone dry. I'll try a different method. I'm gonna put the grease into the actual boot, and then use my pinky to put it around there. That might be better. And then you just take that and you push it on through.
That's a lot better.
That is a lot better, yeah.
You might want to do it to your side too.
Yeah. Oh, this is the wrong side one.
Well, crap.
It's fine, I'll just do the other one now.
That's where it looked like it. My bad.
Yeah, because the bleeder screw should be on the top. I did this the other day when I put my brakes on. I put the wrong one on the wrong side. You want the bleeder on the top. That's where the air is going to go.
My bad, Nick. Well,
That's
those
fine.
bolts just came right out.
Remands, so they look different, but they're definitely going to work. Yeah, that's a lot better. That one is really good. Wow. That's how it should be. Still, though, that'll work.
Just hopefully it's not going to cause a pressure difference.
No. This one's got air suction. There we go. They got like air suction on there. Oh, it's because they're using like two different types. This remand. That's what do you expect? All right. So the caliper can go on. Oh yeah. Nice new pads.
There's the bubble wrap.
And so these brake pads come with a notch and then a non-notch. So that's where you decide which one goes on which side. So this one's going to be the inner pad. This goes to the other side because that notch is at the top. It should be at the bottom. So the pads you need are these, not these. See, now this one, the notches will go here and they'll be able to go plop. Yep. So what it does is it fills in that space. So I actually might not be able to use these because that's not what's worn out. What's worn out is that. Yeah, see, that actually doesn't even fit anymore, so I don't think I need these.
I'm going to adjust that for you. It's way too down. There we go.
I don't know if I need to use these. I don't think my Jeep's that severely bad. So basically all it's doing is the spacing like this. The up and down spacing like that. The side to side, there's not much you can do about. But mine's pretty to spec still. So I'm not going to mess with those. Alright, there we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that, so. Those are to spec. And see, the pads can go on like that. But on the Cherokee, you don't put pads on like this. You got to put them on the caliper first. I'm just test fitting it for that up and down type of play. Next up would be get a clean finger and put just a little bit of that Sil Glide on there. Just like so. Alright, so the first step is you gotta put the pads on the actual caliper first on a Cherokee. So the first one I do is this one. Before you do that, you can decide if you want to put some lube on the back of the backing plate on that. I might do a little bit, because why not? It doesn't hurt. Put some of that on there. Prevents rust and noise. You know, the usual. Alright. Get you a better view on this. So your pad, you want to put this pad on first that has this wing bracket. Make sure that you know you got the right pads on the right spot. And you're just gonna push it on there like so. Just like that. And it will click. There it goes. There, see? Those two pinholes line up. And then same with this other pad, you're gonna go on there. This pad clicks into the master cylinder. Or not master cylinder, the slave or whatever. And you're going like this. And you're gonna push it on there. Like that. And then I don't know why that is like that. Come on. There we go. Slide pin got stuck. Now the slide pins you want all the way back. And then this is a lot easier because I don't have the hose attached. You're going to start with these notches. And you're going to... Alright, so now you got the caliper. You take these two pins. You're going to line them up at the bottom. And you pivot it forward. And you can see this went on nice and smooth. If it doesn't, sometimes you got to pull these pins back. The slide pins out of the way so it can actually get on there. And then you make sure all that's seated. And then you can get your bolts. And you can kind of locate your spot for those. And since these bolts are different than the other ones, they're going to be different sizes probably. Yeah, 12 mil. See, caliper guide pin bolts. See, they use such weird names. So, caliper guide pin bolts, Cherokee, 11 foot-pounds, Grand Cherokee, 7 to 15. So I'm going to do 11, because these are very, very weak threads. Alright.
I think there's another option that's a little bit more. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. So it's very silent. It's very, very gentle. That's about it. That's all you need. Wow. That's unbelievable.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
I genuinely don't.
Have fun with that. I can't get that off. Alright, next step is going to be, I mean, you could do this in different orders, but I'm going to do this last, obviously, is putting the actual brake line on. So I got these crush washers. I cleaned up my banjo bolt. If I were you, get the air compressor, blow all that old brake fluid out. I've already done that. And you put that one on, and then you get your banjo bolt, or banjo, whatchamacallit.
Brake line.
Yeah, your brake line.
Or brake hose, my bad.
And you put that on there, and then you're going to get the other crush washer, and then you're going to line those guys up. You can't really see it that well, but it kind of, there's a notch, there's an indent that kind of stops this from moving. That's kind of where you want to be. And I just kind of snug that by hand for now. I gotta get the actual size. I think it's a 15. What was it? It's a 14. Okay. So far that's a 14. I think there's a torque spec for this as well. I usually do it by hand, but let me get the torque spec and see if there is one.
I can't.
Brake hose bolt. So that's the name of it. Brake hose bolt. 23 foot-pounds.
That's already said it.
Thank you. So I guess there is a torque spec for that. Although usually with crush washers you can kind of get a feel for it, but it's good to have a spec. Good thing these are low specs because this is such an awkward angle. I'm not really getting it in there. There it is. It's okay to go a little bit more just to be on the safe side. And then yeah, that one's on there.
Perfect.
And as far as I'm concerned, it's all put together. Except for that axle nut. Still gotta do that. So let's get that other side going. Okay, so the brakes, I'll show you the braking procedure. Just gotta find a spot along straightaway on a private road. So that's usually where you want to go. Because you got to get the coating off those brakes. Because these brakes, it's like, I swear it's just spray paint. But if you get higher quality ones, it's going to just be a film. No matter how much brake clean you use, it'll always, you know. So the brakes will seem like they work fine, but you got to break them in. You can't just immediately start driving them.